Welcome to Microsoft Excel training. When we create pivot tables in Microsoft Excel, we can use the grouping feature of pivot tables, which is a very nice feature of pivot tables. The grouping feature is a feature used to collect common fields under a group. There are certain conditions. For example, if this is a name, that is, if we are going to group according to the representatives in our list, this must be the complete representative, or if it is a date, it must be the complete date. A different value at the bottom prevents us from grouping, or if it is a number, for example, all of them must be numbers according to the sales quantity. Now, when we create the summary table, if our values here, for example, certain values, belong to certain regions, for example, names such as Ali Oskanli, Hassan Berber, Omer Saigin belong to regions such as Marmara, other names belong to regions such as Aegean and Mediterranean, we do not include them in the list. Use the double break, Velu door. We can easily group them in a summary table we created ourselves without having to use them. Look, let's do it this way. After creating the summary table, I press Ctrl to select the names you want to group in different places, one by one, similar to what I did. I chose 4 names. I press the right button, and when you select the group expression here, look, the 4 names I selected appear as a group. Others came each as a separate group. Now, for example, if Cihan Demirci, Nafia, and Yavuz Alpekel are a separate group, look. I press the Control again and press the right button. I selected it by pressing Control. By pressing the right button, I say Grouped. I made these Group 2. I choose the rest again. Let's give them as Group 3 by clicking the right button and selecting Group. Now look here, guys. It is a very nice feature. We can close Group 1. We can use the group features in this way, similar to how we use the normal group feature in subtotals. Look, we grouped them according to names. We can change the names of the groups. For example, let's write Marmara here. Let it be the Marmara region. Let this be the Aegean region. Let this be the Black Sea region. Look at it this way. Sales of the Aegean, sales of the Marmara, and sales of the Black Sea. If we want details, it is possible to come back here and group them like this. You can group not only on text, but also on numbers and dates. I'm coming back here again to remove the grouping. I solved the group by saying and group. I couldn't figure it out. Let's select them all again. Let's make a group again. Look, lift it up, yes. So you have to select all of them. Now, when you look at our table, you will see that the values in our table are daily sales values. But in order to group by months, years, and quarters, it may be necessary to add a column here and find the month, year, day of this date and which content it belongs to. But the grouping feature of pivot tables and pivot tables can also be used on dates. Look, I came to the summary table. Now I'm taking the representative expression here into the arm of the example. Representatives came. In the date expression, I take Russell into rows. Look, the direct grouping feature worked. First of all, we removed the ungroup construction. When you look at which representative made how many sales day by day, date by day, there was a list of them. It's been a mixed list. From here, when you hover over the date, press the bottom right and select Group. In the window that opens, it is possible to group friends as the start date of the date, end date, and short seconds, minutes, hours, days, months, quarters, and years. This place has a feature like this. For example, if you want to group by month, month is selected and mode is selected. When you press OK, look here, it is automatically grouped by months. In other words, who made how many sales in which month? Let's even remove the representative. See more clearly. Look at it this way. Sales by month in our table. Now we may also want to see sales by quarter here. When you hover over the date again, click on the bottom right, click on Group, select Quarters here. Click on the month expression again and remove it. So I removed the month expression and chose the quarter expression. When you press OK, look, we will bring up the total values of the sales in the first, second, third, and fourth quarters. If we want to see both quarter and month expressions, we group the right button again. Look here, when you select both quote and quarters and click OK, it is now possible to see how much sales were made in which quarter and in which month. Similarly, using the minuses here, you can close them and see their details. Let's select them all again. Let's remove the grouping from here by clicking the right button. It is also possible to group dates according to years, friends, It is also possible to group by days. Now, in a list like this, when they tell you that they want to see their total sales in 15-day periods, this is a very difficult process. You need to use ifs and ifs. It is necessary to use many conditions such as if less than this date, if greater than this date. But if you know the group summary of the pivot table, it is a very simple task. How? I hover over the date in my chart. I press the right button. I say group. From here I select the day usage and remove the month usage. So I removed the month and chose the day. Look at how many day intervals you want to see in the number of days expression below. When you make this place 15, it will be arranged for 15 days. That is, 15 days between two dates. When you press OK, look at the numbers between 1 and 15, between 16 and 30, between 31 and 14. Of course, since the days and months are 30, 35, it automatically takes the values there in 15-day periods. We can give it this way. If we want to see 21-day sales, that is, 3-week sales, we come back to the group. If you set the number of days expression here to 7, it will be 7-day sales. The dates are 7 days each. Or if you make 21, you get 21. If you make 5, you get 5 days each. If you make 10, you get 10 days each. Look, let's make it 10. We can easily obtain a list of how many sales were made for 10 days. Another feature we can use in structuring is, look, I'm extracting the date from here. This time I'm bringing the sales value, sales. What is the expression we understand from here? We need to understand it first. For example, 54 lira was earned from one sale. 723 lira from the sales of 2 units. 397,000 lira from the sales of 12 units of 12 units. When you look at it, 213,000 liras were sold from the sales of 22 units. So when we come to page 1 here, the total number of sales there is 12. Let's see from here. A sale of 397,000 liras was made. Now, can we give a range for the sales quantities here? Look, I'm grouping them similarly from here. The beginning and ending here will start at 1. It will end on the 27th, and it will end as soon as it runs away. For example, if I do this 5 by 5, when I say OK, look, those whose sales quantity is between 1 and 6, that much is 1,795,000,000. That's it for numbers 6 to 11. That's pretty much it for those between 11 and 16. I can see all the values. What is the result I see from here? So we see that our most sales are between 1 and 6 units. They sell between 1 and 6 items, which is where we got the highest number. This means that the highest sales between 26 units and 31 units are lower. There is a sale of 93,000 lira. In this way, we can easily group dates, texts, and names. It is a very nice feature and also very useful. It's really useful, so you can easily group whatever you want on this table. Otherwise, you have to find details such as which representative belongs to which region, which representative belongs to which company, etc., with VeloCops at intervals. Without the need for these, the group feature allows you to group your data as you wish and simplify your reports. It allows you to see clearer reports.